You know, even when we're having dark days, dark night of the soul. I've been off YouTube for a few days, and something I've been going through. It's more like sometimes you can get stuck in your own head, but the universe, God is running the show. And sometimes with this whole spiritual fiasco, and my ego likes to do it a lot, it'll want to try to hurry the process. Let's hurry up and get enlightened. Let's hurry up and become more spiritual. Let me not talk to my family and friends. Let me just isolate myself and I'll become more spiritual that way. It's funny how it'll work like that, but it actually, in reality, doesn't work like that at all. You do become more conscious and you become more aware of this self-talk, and when you start to engage in conversations with people, you know, like your friends and your family, like when I was talking to my mom today, and yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, I noticed that my ego shifted to a whole nother level, but so did my consciousness. And I was catching myself during the conversations saying things that I meant, but then I also caught the acting. And it's a really weird feeling, especially when you feel the need to isolate yourself due to your own darkness and your own problems and issues. But actually, you know, that's what makes me human. That's what makes me not so perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not a god. I'm a consciousness having a human experience. And I guess I'm here to tell you that you don't have to let your darkness hold you back. You don't have to beat yourself up over certain thoughts about yourself or others, because they're all a part of you. And I think that this is all a part of the game, you know? And sometimes, like me, I'm fortunate enough to have a little bit of a break in my life. I only work 3 days a week. I'm still in debt, which is my own fault, no one else's. And I could be applying and getting a second job right now, but I just haven't felt like it. I feel the need to make YouTube videos, but I don't know if it's going to be an everyday thing like the last video, or like I said in the last video. It may be a twice a week, a few times a week. I'm not sure. I go through these seasons of just being on Halo and playing my video games, and then exiting out of that, and then going into it as exiting out of it. But I made a couple of friends on Halo, and I had a philosophical discussion this morning with them online, and that was basically the highlight of my day, besides right now going for this walk. And if people were to put on my shoes and see how I live my life, a lot of them would probably find it very boring. Everything is slowed down. I take naps when I want to. I watch movies. I'll play games when I want to. I'm practically living life how I want to live it right now. And I have 3 days where I got to show up and be a responsible adult and go to work like most people on this planet. But I've shifted my life to where I only have to dedicate 24 hours of the day to that. But you know what? I could listen to this self-talk and be like, you know what? I need to be more productive. I need to hurry up and go do this because everybody else is doing this, or I need to do that. But my friends on Halo and I share a rather similar perspective. One of them said last night, if I want to spend the rest of my life smoking weed and playing Halo and doing nothing else, I'll be happy dying knowing I spent my life doing that. And I'm not saying I'm going to do the same thing because I don't really get high. Occasionally I will, and occasionally I'll probably drink some whiskey or two. But I'm not really much of a substances. They're fun, but I like to eat healthy. And I like to, honestly, like my favorite drink is a green drink. My green drink I have every day, I mix with organic white grape juice. It's delicious. I love it. But one thing I like about that crowd is the not giving a fuck. The not giving a fuck about what others or what society thinks about how you should live. You just live how you want to live. And that's what this game is about. When we become more conscious, we just learn to flow. And sometimes some points in our life we may not be flowing so harmoniously. Sometimes we'll be all over the place, and then sometimes we'll be incredibly chill. You see, it's funny, when I moved here and I started living by myself, and especially after I got done with my degree. I have a 4-year degree, so I do have that. But after I got through with all that, I had a lot of free time in my life. And then I noticed, oh my God, I have so much peace. And there's still some people that are rushing and the hustle and bustle, and it's just like, it doesn't entertain me anymore. I'd rather just stay home and watch a Marvel movie or watch any movie and play video games with my friends. I don't want to be a popular person. I don't want a busy life. I don't. I want a life with as little to no responsibility as possible. And I just want to do my thing. Whatever my thing is at the moment. And lately, my thing has been playing Halo. It's just so much fun. Especially when you have people to play it with. So, I guess that's what I encourage y'all to do. To find your thing. Whatever it is. And you could still have your friends and your family, but you gotta understand that if they, like in my case, my family and my friends live all a couple hours away from me. And they're all pursuing their desires. They're all pursuing different paths, and I'm on a different path. But I found people. I found people online through the video game community that are on a similar path as me. And we all love Halo. You know, we're all addicted to it. It's wonderful. And through all that, and even though we all have different lives and different interests and different day-to-day interactions, we all are able to come together and have a philosophical conversation. And we're all in different parts of the world. And I just think that is the most magical moment. You know? That, it just, people forget just how lucky we are to be alive. I mean, if you think about it, we're on a rock flying through space. We're just specks of dust, grains of sand on a dirt ball flying through space. And we're fortunate enough to have weather to survive. You know, the rest of the planets on our solar system, we couldn't live on any of them. We just couldn't. Our technology isn't advanced enough. I know some people say maybe Mars, but we'd die. It gets too cold there. And even if you were to survive, it wouldn't be as comfortable as Earth. You know, and these are things that I think that we should think about before we try and kill each other, before we, you know, take my life, for instance. I'm single. I work in a grocery store 3 days a week. I'm basically a janitor. And I'm happy. I'm satisfied with where I'm at. You know? And even with the people I know in my life, I don't need any more money to be happy. I don't need a girlfriend to be happy. I don't need any of that stuff. I have, at this moment in time, I have everything I need to be happy. Anything else is just extra. It's just icing on the cake. So if I get anything else for the rest of my life, it's just extra happiness because I have everything I need. I really do. And if more people, I understand that there are people out there that aren't fortunate enough to have these circumstances. And, you know, I really feel for them as best I can. But there's also a lot of people that have a lot more than me that still aren't happy, especially here in America, where capitalism is like, it's a big part of the propaganda here. So, you know, we just, I'm not even sure what this video was supposed to be about, but I wanted to put out something out there. But yeah, don't think bad of yourself, no matter what your situation is. Just get back out there and just do your thing, whatever that is. Just one step at a time. We'll get through this together. All right. I'm gonna go home and play some Halo. Knock 'em dead. See you later.